What is black magic? You need to understand that energy is just energy. It is neither divine nor is it evil. You can make anything a god or a devil out of it. It is like electricity. Is electricity the divine or the devil? When it is lighting your house, it is the divine. If it becomes an electric chair, it is the devil. It just depends on who is operating it at that moment. Actually, 5,000 years ago, Arjuna asked Krishna the same question. If you are saying everything is the same energy and everything is divine, if it is the same godhood which exists in Duryodhan, why is he functioning like this? Krishna laughed because after all the teaching, Arjuna was still coming back to this simple, basic, childlike question. Krishna replied, God is Nirguna, the divine is Nirguna. He has no attributes of his own. That means it is just pure energy. You can make anything out of it. The tiger that comes to eat you also has the same energy. A god that may come and save you also has the same energy. They are just functioning in different ways. When you are driving your car, is it good or bad? It can make your life or take your life any moment, isn't it? So can people do black magic? Definitely they can. If positive uses are there, negative uses are also there. One Veda, the Atharvana Veda, is dedicated to the use of energies for both positive and negative. But what I have seen is, most of the time these things are psychological. A little bit of it may be there, but the rest of it is your own mind driving you crazy. If I want to drive you crazy, I do not have to do any actual black magic. Tomorrow morning, when you come out of your house, suppose there is a skull and some blood all over the place. Once you see this, that's it. You will become ill, your business will go bad, everything negative will happen to you because of a certain fear grips you. No black magic has been done. Just certain symbols which indicate that this seems to be some kind of black magic will destroy your mind. So, most of the time, it is just psychological. Even if black magic is done to you, only 10% may be the real thing. The rest of it is you destroying yourself. That is why it comes with symbolism. They understood the impact of your own psychology on you. Once that symbolism is created, you just destroy yourself. How to remove black magic? But yes, there is a science where one can use their energies negatively to cause harm to somebody else. What is the protection? One thing is, if you are on spiritual sadhana, you need not bother about all those things. You need not even think about those things. Another way is, you can wear certain protections like a Rudraksh, which is like protection against any kind of negativity. But you need not worry about such things. Just keep your focus in life and keep going. If you are in sadhana, you just don't bother, it will be taken care of. The Dhyanalinga. If you have been under such influences, you can come and sit in the sphere of the Dhyanalinga, because there are certain dimensions to the Dhyanalinga which nullify all this. If you fear that something like this has been done to you, sit there for just one day and go. It gets taken care of. But it is better that you not pay attention to those things because your mind does more black magic to you than anybody else can. There are the Vanashri and Patanjali shrines at the entrance of the Dhyanalinga. They are in the space of a 15-degree angle from the Dhyanalinga. That's why they are located at that point. Otherwise, architecturally, I would have liked to locate them much closer. Generally, people who are possessed by some spirits or who are impacted by the occult and such problems are asked to sit either in a forward 15-degree angle or a rear side 15-degree angle, depending upon the type of problem that they have. That space has been specially created like that so that people can make use of it. Whether you're aware of it or not, the negative use of energy like black magic and others is there. The 15-degree angle is where the doorway is. Whether you know it or not, everyone who enters just drops the negative influences they are carrying. There have been thousands who have dropped such influences. That's why people who have been to the Dhyanalinga find that suddenly life has changed for them. This is because the negative impacts on their life have dropped. When we say negative impacts, it's not necessarily in terms of somebody doing something negative to you. In so many ways, you could have just taken in some negativity. See, it's not necessary that somebody should poison fruit and give it to you. The fruit might have some natural poison in it, which enters my body when I eat it. Similarly, the negative aspects of life can enter you in so many ways. It is not necessary that somebody is sitting there and plotting against you. So, the entrance of the Dhyanalinga, the first 15-degree angle, is created for this purpose, and before people seek anything else, these things are just taken care of. They just have to walk in that space, about 60 or 70 feet, and that by itself takes care of these negativities.